Hello, movie people. Welcome to a new episode of the CineGuy. I'm your host, Stephen Angulo. Let's talk film. John Henry, the famous folktale about a black giant, well known for building railroads using a trusted sledgehammer. He faced off against a rich tycoon to prove that manpower was all I needed to get the job done. So, there you go. Already such a great, famous story. So, what has Netflix decided to do? Adapt it into a gang drama. I don't understand why. So John Henry follows Terry Crews as a titular character who is an ex-gang member who has to take care of two immigrant children from his evil gang lord cousin. So yeah, there we have it. Formulaic, the gangster drama, and a little bit of immigration that's kind of forced into it. So, what could go wrong? Everything. I mean, you had like a decent premise going on here, because there are some decent, gang films out there, but why does one leave me raising so many eyebrows? Well, for starters, it's super cliched and works on stereotypes. Like, everybody was walking stereotypes. Black people were gang members. Hispanics were immigrants who couldn't speak Spanish that well. There actually were no white people in this movie. Huh. And the villain looks like he belongs in a sci-fi movie. It's just Ludacris in a metal jaw. Like, it's kind of like the director of this film just, decided to piece together a story based on, things he sees on the news or in other movies. Like, the gangsters are like, hey, what's up, homeboy, blah, 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 and that stuff. The immigrants cannot speak Spanish and all that stuff. Like, where did he get inspiration from? Fox News? It's like that Key and Peele sketch where Keegan plays that British actor trying to enforce a gangster, tone. Like, hey, yo, what you doing here? While Peele is more relaxed and speaks it normally because he was actually raised in the hood, but no one took him seriously. That's pretty much what I saw here. And then again, the director is white. I'm a white man. I should point that out. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's like he grew up shouting like, "Oh my! Look at those black people. They're probably out there dealing marijuana. And look at that Hispanic. He's probably from Mexico." That's pretty much the tone of this film, according to the direction. My gosh. Also, who would have thought of Terry Crews versus Ludacris? Ludacris is 5'9", I think, and Terry's like a giant. Dude is huge. He could toss Ludacris like a football. And what's with the metal jaw? I mean, so the whole story is like John accidentally shot Ludacris on the jaw, so now he has a metal one to replace it, and he's a gang lord. But it looks like, I don't know, it looks like this feels more like a 15-year-old who wanted to do like a superhero movie took charge, but then suddenly somebody told him, hey, you know what's cool? Gangsters and hitting people with sledgehammers. And this is what he gave us. Yeah, this is a film that did not take a lot of thought into it. It felt more like a student film that somebody gave way too much money to. Like, this has Daddy paid for the whole thing written all over it. Even though the person who made it probably has no experience whatsoever in telling stories visually. One thing's for sure, it is nice to see Terry take on a dramatic role that isn't a full-on action thriller or a comedy. But I don't know. I mean, he gave it his all, but there's just so much he could do, and barely anything was done with his role here. And also, he does have a love interest, which is in a high school sweetheart that we see 40 half an hour in the film. But that's it. She's only there for three times. The last two were just to hold his hand to make sure he's still alive, and that's pretty much it. There was no chemistry there because they never developed it going on. So I didn't really care for these characters at all. Now, the only likable character is John Henry's father, played by Ken Foree. Why? He felt natural. Everybody else was just forced, and it's kind of like they were just told, oh, just be your stereotype and you'll get paid for this movie. And that's what they did. So yeah. Good premise, terrible delivery. I mean, it was very restricted to one little neighborhood. I mean, it could have felt like a play, but I guess like dialogue and storytelling, like it was just a little forced. It's kind of like they just wanted to push a movie in which Terry Crews is holding a sledgehammer, and this is the end result. There was no thought into it whatsoever. I mean, this could have been a redemption arc for John Henry. Like it's a whole like I'm helping these kids out because I used to be an ex-gang member after accidentally killing a guy because I'm so huge. But no, there was like barely any redemption. It was just like a grumpy man with a sledgehammer who he's like, oh, let me fight a little guy with a metal jaw, and apparently has to carry a blowtorch around. That's like his signature weapon, even though it's like half his size. I don't know. Netflix, why were you thinking this? Why? So, is Rotten Tomatoes in the right here with calling this one of the worst movies of 2020? Well, it's not super terrible, but it just does not have any heart or like story to it. So it's not a very good film, but I'm sure there are some people out there who may find some bit of entertainment into this. If not, then I guess we'll just have to wait for a different John Henry movie, which will probably stick with the source material. And for the love of everything that is a film, no need to modernize it. So overall, it is a film that did not try hard enough, and it's very flawed. And I guess it felt like a lot could have been done, but they just decided we're not even gonna bother with this one. So this is the end result that we have. So my final rating is gonna be 3.7 sledgehammers out of 10 metal jaws. Oh my gosh! Well, that was quite the rant right there. Hope I didn't scare any of you away. But if I didn't, be sure to leave a like if you enjoy, subscribe, and join the crew. And until next time, be sure to follow the Instagram at CineGuy Steven for more fun reviews. See you next time for another fun review. This is Steven Gill signing off. That's a wrap.